This is the second video of phone. So in last video we talked about like a list with multiple selection, drop down list. This video will talk about multiple line text. Sometimes, for example, we ask user give us some suggestions. So user may give several multiple line text. So we have a text area. So we have a row, have a column, and some like a we have some like a title like this. So let's take example. We continue with the phone. So here we will have so text area then equal to, then we'll have rows, maybe 5 columns equal to like 25, that we can say my then we need to close it. And let's say what do we get? So you can say we have an area. Then user can type multiple informations. So that is about multi-line text. Remember, when we work with our radio or text box, we don't have anything as description. So actually, HTML can have a label. Means you can say we have label for email. Email is a single line phone, is a single line text. You can say type is a text, email. So let's say label. So the example, we have a BR, then we have this will be label for, so we need the exactly equal to email. Then we have email, we need to close it. Then for the input, the type equal to text, that will be single line box. Then we have a name. We can have email, it's okay. You can say we use email. Something important here we need to use the ID. Email means here we use label for email. So this ID equal to email, those two should be matched. Then we know this label is for this input. This is the example. Reload the code. You can say we have email. So this email will be the label for this input text. How about say we have a multiple single line? For example, like we can have for like email. Let's copy it. So we can have a first name, we can have a name, email, phone number. So this label will be for like a name, and here we have name, and here will be text. The name will be changed as name. The ID equal to name, and the second one we want to add phone number, like phone, and the description will be phone. And here the same, the text, the name will be phone, the ID will be phone. Save it, reload the code. So we get something like this. Certainly we want to get some break, so we put some like here we put some break line BR. Copy it. We click select like this. As you can see here, the box didn't align very well because we have a different length of the label. So if you want to align, like say, the labels, we can use something is called we can control the width of the label, then we flow left. So how that works? Okay, let's say this example. So in our coding, here we didn't use CSS. So we use label. We need to control the width, like a 50 pixel. And something important here, we need to flow it. Left. Let's say what we get. Can you see it? So by use flow, we can align those boxes very well. So when we design our web page, those details we should put attention. So let's look at the code again. We just use the flow, then we control the width, then we can align the label. So that's some way we control how we align those together. That's important. Next, we'll name password. So we have the type means password. Why is this important? Because we already have a single line. So let's say we want to have a password. So again, we have a break line. Then we have input and type equal to. Then we need to have a name. So let's say what's the difference. We'll have a password. So by password, when we type something, can you see it? The content won't display. So that's password. So it means you don't want people can see the password. So that's the password. We also can have a button. In our example, we already have the submit button. Like here, we use input, use submit. But here the button can give us more choice because we can include the image as some icon over the button. So let's say how can we do it. So again, we need some break line, and here we have a button, and we have a type equal to submit. Then have a name. And then we need to close it. So in the middle, we can include the image equal to. Here I put an image on the desktop, so you can see the image. So we just put the image like this is 1, and we need to control the width equal to 15, the height equal to 15. Then we should say okay, and save it. And this is what we get. Can you see it? We have the image over the button. We also have the submit your data. So that's the difference. So we can include the image over the button. So that's why we have the button. Sometimes we need to upload the file. Then we have the file that is upload. So let's say we have the break line. They'll have input type equal to, this will be file. We'll have a name. Like you can use any name. And this is what we get. So we can have this submit. When we click it, we can choose the file. Then we can submit the file. So this automatically gets the browse. So that is the file upload. We just use the tile file given name. Sometimes we have a group of elements. For example, we have a name, email, birthday. We want to put it together. Then we can use field set. That's just like a group. We need to close it. Then we even can have a merging. That means what's the meaning of this group. Okay, let's see how we can get it. So for example, here we have name, we have a phone number, we have email. Then we can use this as a field set. Let's say the syntax. Field set, and then we close on the email. Here we close. Okay, then this is what we get. So you can say the board, that is the field, means we have a group, we just put it together. So with the field set, here we can control the width of the field set. We can control the width, like 100 pixel. We can control the background color. Like light blue. Okay, so we don't have enough width. We should put more, maybe 200. Okay, so you can say this is a field set. We just put it together because we want this as a group. And also we can add some label for this field set that will be called as legend. So just here, this position, we put the legend, say contact. We close it. So can you see it? We have the contact information. This is a legend. So as you can see, sometimes we need to organize the elements inside the phone. Remember, we can use table to align images. The same thing, we can use table to align the elements. How to do that? Let's say example. So in our coding, here I want to delete everything to make it simple. Here we have a phone. Then inside the phone, we put a table. Here is very important. So we need to put a table inside the phone. Don't put the phone inside the table. And when we close it, and inside the phone, and for the table, for example, we have TR, we named before, that's the first row. We can close it. Then we can have a second row, TR, and then we close it. This should be TR. And for the first row, we have, for example, we have TD. Like say, we use this as label. close TD. Then we have other cell TD. Here we will use the input type equal to text. Then we have a name equal to first name. Then here we need to close the input, and also we need to close the TD. So we also can, for example, we can continue to this. We can include the last name. So here we will change this as the last name. We just change the name as last name. This is just the first row. Second row, we can put other information. For example, we want to put the email. I just copy those cells. Control C, Control V. But this one I will change as email. This will be email. And this one will be phone number. And I just change here as phone number. And this is what we get. So you can say, so by include a table inside the phone, we can align those elements very well. So we don't need to use the flow, we just include in the cell. So that's the idea. So we can organize, we can use the table to organize those elements. But remember again, should put the table inside the phone. Don't put the phone inside the table. So that's about phone.